So basically, if as per the media plan basics, what I have done here is I have taken into account the primary ad networks, Google and Facebook. So basically, if you see in the calculation part here, I've taken monthly budget of for brand awareness. We have been given 4 lakhs, remaining 9 lakhs for all other campaign and activities. So out of the 4 lakhs, what I've done is I've distributed one for Google Display, one for video, YouTube cam ads, for Facebook video views, and for native, I have allocated 75K. Now, what I've done before going ahead, so for the calculation, I have considered the list of the keywords. So those keywords I can show you here. So these are the keywords which through Keyword Planner I have filtered. Okay, so these are the list of the keywords, and out of 300 plus keywords, I have shortlisted these 86 based on the data. And so for any media plan, one of the ways to know the average bid is you calculate the average of top of the page bid here. If you are considering these keywords, even for example, for display campaign or search campaign, you take the average of this will come nearly about 29.69, which is almost equivalent to 30. So 30 is your average bid. Now, with the same, what you do here, we know our budget, we know our average bid. Okay, so here I have mentioned average bid. So we divide our budget, monthly budget by average bid, we will get the clicks. Once we have the click, we will have to assume for display. So display ideally zero point 0.5, 1, anything you can take as per your industry based on the kind of results. It's a plan. So, for example, I have taken 1.75, which is pretty high for display. Ideally, it is ranging between zero point 0.5 to 1, sometime even less than that. But for the calculation purpose, we can assume this one. So as we know, CTR is clicks upon impressions. We have clicks, we have impression. So to get impression, we have clicks, we have CTR. So to find the impression, we have to just uh, divide click by CTR percentage, and you will get this figure. Similarly, all the impressions I have calculated for all these, and likewise, I have also calculated average cost per click. Just cost divided by estimated clicks, you will get cost per click. So you can see all the cost per click for different, and the total budget here is almost 3 lakhs. I have taken 1 lakh as a buffer so that going forward, because the initial phase of the campaign will be most of the data population and learning phase. So later 1 lakh, I'll adjust among these based on the performance, which one is performing on the pro rata basis. I'll distribute the remaining 1 lakh here. Now coming back to other metrics that I've calculated here, you can this is one way. Other I what I've done apart from this also, I have and I have also created a dummy campaign for display and search, and try to see the data. For display, I got the impression, a number of impressions, but for search, I couldn't get anything from the plan, from the Google Ads account, even till the last phase. So I have used this method. Now, uh, yeah. So conversion rate, normally I have taken one for display. One is enough. So so number of conversion would be conversion rate into clicks. So you get 33. Likewise, here for this one, I have taken 2. So you can calculate. So conversion is nothing but conversion rate into the number of clicks. You will, and cost per conversion is cost divided by number of conversion. Okay. So likewise, you can calculate for all other. So this is the basic math. So idea here is to understand how do we distribute our budget to all the relevant ad platforms. Now, this is the awareness phase where I kept 1 lakh as a buffer to be utilized at a later stage. Here in this section, what I've done is I have considered lead gen and consideration phase. So for Facebook conversion, I have allocated 2.5 lakhs per month. And based on that similar calculation, I have assumed CTRS 3 as a standard, and then I have calculated clicks, estimated impression. So this impression actually I've got through Facebook Ads Manager. When you will set up this campaign, dummy campaign, and you will give this budget and all, you will be able to find in the ad set, you will be able to find the range of the uh, impressions. So you can take average. So I've taken average. So it was ranging from 4 to 5.5 and something. So I took something in between. Okay. So similarly for search, I have taken the budget 3.5, and likewise I have done these calculation. Here also same formula, same method. So for Google remarketing, I have allocated 1.5 lakhs. Okay, so I calculated the impressions, clicks. CTR, I have taken the assumption as 4. Okay, so you have to assume CTR. You have to assume either assume some of the data which are not reflecting in the estimation or the in the projections on Google Ads or Facebook Ads. You have to assume that data. And for example, I got the indicative impressions on Facebook ads on ad set level, which I already took. For display also, I got the impression. From there also, I got the idea. So that way it helped. But if it is not there, you have to assume based on the type of campaign, type of platform. So if you see till here, I have used all the primary Google search, Facebook, Insta, and for native, I have used Taboola. So Taboola also, when you go and set up, give this budget, you will get the average, the range of impressions. So it was ranging from 4 to 5, roughly. So I took this one. Okay, and these are very simple. You have to just feed in the basic information. They will show you this data. Only for search, I didn't get any projections or any indication, and nothing. Even though I ended up creating the campaign, I didn't publish it, but I actually did the whole thing. So you have to. So it takes time. So for example, I'll just show you. I have done all the calculation part. For example, this is the place you will get the audience size. So even if you take the frequency 1.3, 1.1 as low as, so it is all totally based on the assumptions and your understanding. So even 4.5 to 4.84, you can take anything between 4.5 is also good, even if you consider one is a frequency. Okay, so these are the some assumptions you will get even for ads. You can check. Okay. So here also I created a dummy campaign, and then I was able to get the data. This one I actually didn't save, so leave it. If you will just go back and do the basic setup just by clicking the type of campaign. So I did both ways. I chose the brand awareness for brand awareness, and then once I'll go to for YouTube video and for display. So both the ways I have taken, and then I have used those impression or other data and just gave you the basic brief. Now, apart from that, what I have done, so whatever remaining budget is there for media buy, I only chose because there is very low budget, only 14 lakhs. So if you go and check media and then you will see I have chosen money control for a month. I'm spending 57K and getting impression 75K with 0.065 per impression. So using this, you can just feed in your Excel sheet. You will find all the data with the calculation. And here also, if you see, I have so minimum spend allowed here in this book my show. I'm sorry, where is book my show? Okay, I've copied this one twice. Okay, leave it. I'll show you here. Yeah, this is money control, and if I go back, huh. So this is the minimum spend that you have to uh, consider. So okay, so as you see here, I've chosen this one banner. So it will appear on the home page and the final cart page. And this is the offer, but this is not the real thing. When you will go to your bank, you will get a higher price for this. Okay, here. So if you will take for 3 days, for example, this will cost you this much. But if you will take only for one day or minimum spend, then it's 50,000. So you can just do the math here. It will show you that much. So I will skip this one. So I've taken both the things here. 57K for money control, 30 days. This one I've just taken for one day, 50K just to test. See, so this is the impression that I'll find almost 1,005 lakhs. Okay. So here also I've mentioned 5 lakhs impression. So basically point one, uh, for 1 rupees, you will get 10 impression on book my show. So that way you calculate this one, same way you can. So basically I ended up budgeting 12 lakhs, only 1 lakh is remaining, which I can utilize after the learning phase. And this is the whole summary of what I did. And phase wise, as I said, phase wise, just to summarize, after the learning phase, we can adjust our budget, shifting more towards remarketing campaign because there will be enough visitors and data will be there to retarget. So we can shift some of the budget based on the performance based. So obviously we can shift a little more budget on the conversion side initially. Uh, we have to get people more and more on the landing page, and later we can target them by retargeting and other possible campaigns. So this is the whole thing. Thank you so much.